Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for the 13th of October. I'm going to be pulling one card per house, or excuse me, one card per sign. If you know your sun, moon, and rising, you can pull a lot of information out of a quick little video like this. If you know your other placements, then you can pull a lot more juice even. So, a good way to find out what your placements are is to go to astroseek.com and start a profile. Doesn't cost you anything to do that, and then you can see your birth chart with a breakdown of where your planets are. Thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you to those of you who order private readings, Reiki sessions, and Reiki candles from me. And thank you to those of you who are participating in the contest. Whoop, there's a card, a couple of cards, by putting a comment below the video. Thank you for the likes, the thumbs ups, and the shares. Okay, let's get started, shall we? We're going to begin with, how many cards came out? Ooh, 3 cards. Okay, we're going to begin with these 3 cards. And so first up off the bat, we have Aries. Aries, you guys have the Ace of Water showing up in reverse. Didn't you just get this recently? Yesterday or day before? Anyway, Ace of Water showing up in reverse just means somebody is showing you their true colors, and now that you've seen their true colors, you are not so thrilled about them as you used to be. Now, sometimes when we do get repeat cards that come multiple days, sometimes that's Spirit trying to hit us over the head with a 2x4 and saying, you weren't paying attention yesterday, are you gonna pay attention today? I've had that happen before to me, so don't feel bad if that happens to you. It's just one of those things, and we'll pay attention when we're ready, I guess, won't we? All right, so next let's look at Taurus. Taurus. We got this yesterday, I'm pretty sure. No, maybe it was Scorpio. I don't know. All right, so I'm feeling like I'm getting hit over the head by a 2x4 either way, because Scorpio is my sun and Taurus is my rising. So 8 of fire, a lot of communication going on. Lots and lots of communication happening. We are a part of that communication for those of us who have Taurus placements, and there's enough coming in that we probably have to stay on our toes to keep up with everything that's being said and all the implications of those things. All right, next up is what? Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, King of Earth here, this is telling me that you are taking some very well thought out action regarding your finances today. Woot woot, we like that. Cancer, Cancer. 2 of Water showing up in reverse. 2 of Water in reverse tells me that there's something or somebody's company that you used to really enjoy and be drawn to, and now you could kind of take it or leave it. Okay, so that's the first 4. Next up is Leo. Leo is with the Ace of Fire. This just tells me that you have a wonderful, new, inspired idea that you would love to move forward with. But when it's the ace, it's just an idea so far. It hasn't taken any kind of shape, or you haven't taken any action on it yet. It's just something that you're thinking about. It's going to be up to you whether you actually take that forward in your life or not. That's Leo. Next up is Virgo. Page of Air. Okay, Virgos, I feel like you guys are getting some kind of message today, and a lot of you, there's kind of a glare on this card. Let me see if I can get it out of the glare. I want you to see this. Okay, so you see this feather that's sort of falling down towards the angel. I think that a lot of you are going to be getting messages today from somebody who has crossed over or somebody who has already passed. Oh, look, no glare there. All right, so some type of messages coming in from somebody who's already crossed over or passed away. That's what I've got for you guys, Virgos. So pay attention. How do people who have crossed over or passed away leave us messages? Sometimes they literally drop feathers. Sometimes they leave pennies or dimes. Kind of depends on what's significant between us and them. Sometimes they will make a record or a music skip, CD, or whatever, however you listen to music. They may make that skip or play over again. They can make certain songs show up on the radio. They can interfere with our TV sets and have us watching some kind of program that had a special significance to us or them. They can interfere with lights, with computers. Basically, you want to remember somebody who has crossed over, they didn't go away, they just went into their pure energetic form. So now they are purely energy, and energy is much more able to interfere with or control or manipulate other things that are run on energy. That's why they can do things like flash the lights and brighten and dim them like they're doing right now. They can also move things sometimes. Some of them who have stronger energy can literally move things around in our home or at our workplace. So sometimes they can just give us psychic impressions. We might get a whiff of the perfume that they always wore or the soap that they always used. So we could smell them psychically because they leave us that little hint of themselves. We could have visions about them. We could maybe hear something that they say clairaudiently, or even they may even put a memory in our mind of them that is pertinent to things that are going on today in your life. So lots and lots and lots of different ways. And there's more. Like I just don't have time to list them all off here in this video. But lots of ways that people can communicate with us after they've already crossed over into the spirit realm. So Virgos, you just want to be aware and be paying attention. And also be aware that when somebody communicates with us from the other side and we sort of have that feeling like, well, maybe that was because of them, um, but we're kind of afraid to believe it because we think maybe it's just wishful thinking or we're crazy or what would somebody else think? Nay, nay, don't listen to all that silly self-doubt. If you have the thought that, oh, well, I think maybe somebody was sending me this message, then they are. You don't have that thought for no reason. They are. That's your intuition. Pay attention. Listen to it. Okay? All right, let me get off my soapbox. Next up, let's look at Libra. Libras, wow, you have your own card showing up here, but it's showing up in reverse. So justice in reverse for Libras. This is telling me that somebody in your sphere of influence is making a decision today that has an impact on you. And this decision is one that was made without integrity. There was something corrupt about this decision. So this person could have made this decision without actually having all the information, or maybe they had a bias or a prejudice when they made this decision. Something happened here that this decision was really not made in a fair way, and it impacts your life. So let's remember when we have a situation like this, for those of us with Libra in our charts, what we want to remember is that, a lot of different things happen to different people. What's not important is what happens to us. What is important is how do we respond to what happens to us? Do we use it as a stepping stone, an opportunity for more greatness? Or do we sulk and throw a fit and try to fight it? How are we going to respond to this is the major question here. Next up, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpios, we have the Hanged Man showing up right side up for us. So this means that we are taking some time to really think about a decision that we have in front of us. We want to make sure that we've looked at it from every perspective we possibly can to make sure that we make this decision in the best way possible. And this is probably something that's been stumping us for a little while. So we've just decided that, you know what, it's time to just get serious about thinking this through and looking at all the angles so that we can come up with a good solution. Yippee, 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 skippy. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, y'all have the 10 of fire showing up here. 10 of fire just means that you're picking up some type of new responsibility. You could have gotten a promotion at work or a pay raise. Well, a pay raise wouldn't qualify for a ton of fire, but you could have gotten more work duties or some type of promotion. You could have some type of other responsibility that you're taking on today. This could be taking a kid to band practice or to basketball practice or whatever's in season now. I have no idea. I am not a sports girl. But those of you who have that in your life, you know what season it is. Anyway, picking up some type of new responsibility. This could be that, maybe now you take your parents out grocery shopping or something like that. So picking up some kind of new responsibility today is what I'm seeing for you Sagittarians. Next up we have Capricorns. Capricorns, we have the 9 of air showing up in reverse. This is one of those cards that I don't like it right side up, but I do like it in reverse. In reverse, it means that there's something that has been stressing you out, possibly even interfering with your sleep. And now it is no longer stressing you out. You're learning to relax around this situation, or the situation has changed where it's no longer stressful. Either way, you're shedding that stress load that you have been carrying over this particular situation or person. All right, so next up, let's look at Aquarius. Aquarius, 3 of water. Woo, woo, look at you. Aquarius, I think you're getting a lot of attention from whatever gender it is that you're interested in. I think you're getting a lot of romantic attention from multiple sources. Those of you who are already coupled up, you may be getting attention from somebody outside that relationship. Be careful how you handle that. Those of you who are single, you may be getting a lot of attention from more than one person. From more than one person today that is headed in some type of romantic way. Even when you're single, I would say be careful what you do with that. Sometimes that can be a good thing, and sometimes that can just be a total distraction. So use some discernment as you deal with this. All right. And then next up, let's look at Pisces. Pisces, you guys have the 8 of water showing up here. This is telling me that you are walking away from some type of situation that was making you feel depleted, where you were putting in all the energy and effort, or at least most of it, and you were coming away just burnt out and burdened down when it should have been a more reciprocal type of situation. So this can be anything from a toxic relationship, romantic or otherwise, to a job situation where, pay is not commensurate with the amount of energy and effort you're putting in, to anything else in between. But something that is making you feel depleted, you are walking away from today. And I'm hearing that you are walking away from it with finality. And so with those words coming in, that does imply to me that you have walked away from this situation before and come back to it. So I think that this time when you walk away, there's not going to be any coming back. Okay. Thank you guys very much for being here with me today. I do appreciate you spending some of your precious time with me. Remember to put a comment below the video if you want to participate in the contest. And everyone have a fantastic day. Peace out.